Why hello there, children of the night, and hold on, let me adjust the camera a little bit. There we go. And welcome back to Fanfiction Saturdays, or Sundays. Uh, yeah, I skipped Sunday again. And this time I was hanging out with a friend yesterday. And, and like I promised last week, today we're going to be checking out Downfall by Brony Writer. Which, by the way, he's the same guy that wrote I Spoke to Miss Smarty Pants today. So I guess this is, I don't know the history. I think this is his first or second or third Crazy Twilight fan fiction. I don't know. I don't know. I think I need to get. I think I should go on his MLP FIM. No, not MLP FIM fiction account and see which came first. Also, the description says this is actually her very This is actually narrated by Emogek, and this is her very first fanfic reading. So I'm gonna give it a bit. So I'm not gonna be too harsh on it. Yeah, I'm not gonna be too harsh on it, as this is her first narration. So I'm gonna give it the benefit of the doubt. But anyway, let's see if Brony Writer let's see if Brony Writer can impress me once again, leave me speechless once more.
Have you ever wondered what it's like to kill another pony? Wow, right there, that means I can never send any of these letters. But I don't know. I just feel like writing my thoughts out on this. I suppose it's my scientific and analytical mind that brought this on. I have to keep my thoughts on this matter organized, and, well, I've always felt most organized when I'm writing to you about what I'm feeling. Well, you're probably wondering what brought this on. It was nothing special, really. It all began when I was scanning the library shelves for something to read. I came across this book called The Anthology of Evil, Equestria's Most Notorious Killers. Well, I had never read a book like that before, and seeing as how I'm a student of learning itself, I took it off the bookshelf at once. What I read disturbed me at the same time as it fascinated me. I think the description of the Camelot Killer's murder...
Same here with Grimdark fanfictions. They disturbed me, yet they fascinated me in how gory they were.
Well, that is exactly what I'm asking myself these days. What goes through a pony's mind that makes them want to kill another living being? Why do they feel like they need to tear the life away from an innocent pony? What goes through their mind as they watch their victims take their final breath, knowing that they're the reason behind it? I don't know why, but it's torturing me, not knowing the answers to any of these questions. Normally, I just look it
And
up
it's
in a
best
book.
that those questions aren't left answered.
The stories have any interviews with the killers themselves. They were all executed, and the interviews they had with you before their executions aren't public records. I'd like to ask you for them, but I don't think you'd be very keen on letting me read them without a really good reason. I don't think you'd ever let any pony read them, which is unfortunate. I want to know why. Your faithful student, Twilight Sparkle. Dear Princess Celestia, I'm writing to tell you about a dream I had last night. I had just finished rereading the book about the killer.
So this is kind of similar to Forever Faithful, where the story is told through the letters that Twilight wrote to Princess Celestia.
With Pinkie Pie strapped to the table. She was crying and her mane was flat, which was confusing to me since she's always so full of life. Her hair is so vibrant. I remember that her hind leg was bleeding. At first, I was confused as to why her leg was bleeding, but then I looked down and saw that I was holding a bloody knife. Well, it wouldn't take Stars World the Bearded to deduce that I was the one who had cut open her leg. I don't know why I did it. I suppose that it's just the nature of dreams. You do things you don't normally do. But I did it. However, I wasn't done with her. I cut off her left ear, and the cutie mark with the knife. You wouldn't believe how much blood there was. It was really fascinating. She was begging and pleading for me to stop. Twilight, she would say. Why? I thought you were my friend. I thought you liked my parties. I love your parties. I love you as a friend, I responded. But this is for science, Pinkie Pie. Doesn't that make you happy? Knowing you're part of something larger than yourself? Well, she kept on crying.
Yeah,
Right up
for
to
science,
the
quote unquote.
I woke up directly after that, covered in sweat, just like I had been covered in Pinkie Pie's blood. It took me a few seconds to register the fact that I hadn't actually killed Pinkie Pie. That I wasn't a monster who would betray her friends like that. But why didn't I feel bad about the dream? Normally, when I dream about doing something bad to other ponies, I feel terrible afterwards, like the scum of Equestria, even though it was only a dream. So, why was that dream so exhilarating? Your faithful student, Twilight Sparkle.
It's because Pinkie is the one that started this whole chain of grimdark fanfictions. Letter 3.
Dear Princess Celestia, more dreams like the one before, only this time I killed Applejack. This is the third such dream I've had this week. The worst part is, I know I should feel bad about these dreams. Or should I? They are only dreams after all, so why do I keep having them over and over again? Although, it's not even that that's bothering me. What's bothering me is I almost can't wait to go to sleep at night because I'm almost excited to have another one of those dreams. Is something wrong with me? Your faithful student, Twilight Sparkle.
Letter 4.
Dear Princess Celestia, I'm writing this in my bathroom where I've locked myself in and I'm never ever coming out. I'm not fit to be around any pony ever again. You're probably wondering what brought this about. Well, I'll tell you, of course. I was at the spa today with Rarity, Pinkie Pie, and Fluttershy. I just snapped. What do I mean by that? Well, I almost killed Rarity. See, I would left to go get some more beauty products for Rarity's hair, and I saw a file on the train next to her reclining Rarity. I just had to kill her. It wasn't a curiosity issue this time. It was a need. I needed to kill her. I needed to take that hoof file and stab her in the throat. Let your life drain away before me. I imagined she would have a look of utter betrayal and horror on her face, as the last thing she would see would be me standing over her. I imagined that I was very pleased with myself somehow. Do you know what the worst part was? I actually reached for the hoof file. I fired my horn up and picked up the hoof file. I would only take it and then swipe with it, and that would be it. She would be gone forever. No Rarity. Well, naturally, Fluttershy asked me what I was doing, and I immediately dropped the file and ran. I had to get out of there. I had almost done it. If Fluttershy hadn't interfered then, I would have killed Rarity. I'm not fit to be around civilization. I should just sit here and wallow in my misery forever. But I can't hurt any pony. Even when seeing student, Twilight Sparkle. Dear Princess Celestia.
Letter 4.
Sorry about that last letter. You know how overly dramatic I can get. Don't worry, I didn't spend more than 16 hours in the bathroom before it came to my senses. Usually when I freak out like that, it's longer. I replayed the events of yesterday in my mind over and over again, analyzing the different scenarios if I had actually killed one of my best friends. Would I have attempted to escape, or would I have given myself up then and there? Would I have moved on to Pinkie and Fluttershy before taking out Aloe and Lotus? Well, the possibilities were endless. And no, I can't think like that. I can't think like this at all. I can't kill any pony. It would be the ultimate act of evil, but why is that so appealing? It seems so much more because of how forbidden it is. You don't kill another pony. You don't even think about it. End of story. But the fact remains that I'm thinking about it and I want to do it. I don't know what brought this on. I've been pondering that ever since my first dream. But the urge is there. I don't know why, but it's there. What's worse is that it is powerful. Your faithful student, Twilight Sparkle.
Letter 5 or 6.
Dear Princess Celestia, more dreams have come. I find myself falling asleep halfway through the day, only to find myself in dreamland standing over one of my friends with a knife. It's gotten to the point where I can almost feel the vibrations of the blade as it pierces the flesh of my friends. There was Rarity again last night. I sat off her horn and used it to stab her in the heart. I know it's only a dream, but I find myself liking the idea more and more. But I can't do something like that. After the incident with Rarity, I've shut myself off from the rest of the world. I haven't seen another pony in about a week now. I spend most of my time rereading that book and combing the library, hoping to find a book or a stack of old papers that will give me some clue about why a killer does what he does. If I can just answer that question, then maybe the dreams will stop and I can go back to normal. But I have found nothing. And as such, the questions of why and what it is like are still burned into my skull, consuming my entire being. I am finding the only thing that is keeping me
It's
going.
best that we don't know why, because in the end,
Should I actually
those who want to
go
find
ahead
out
and
why,
do it?
they never
Maybe then
they never come
these
back.
dreams and
They never
thoughts
do.
will stop.
When they already know the
I'll
answer,
answer
they
those
never
burning
say
questions.
what caused
Then
what
maybe I can move
makes them
on,
do it.
never speak of this again. I will merely add it to the vast arsenal of knowledge, and I can move on to other topics that I know nothing about. I suppose that is why this is bothering me so much. I don't know anything about it. It's going to take more than a book to fix that. There is no simple solution to my questions. Your faithful student, Twilight Sparkle.
Letter 5 or letter 7. Letter 7.
Dear Princess Celestia, I'm so sorry, but I have decided to take a leap of faith and kill another pony. Wow, even writing that I feel a rush of excitement. It's like discovering a new spell that nobody's ever thought of before. It's quite an exciting prospect. Of course, there's a lot of planning that has to go into something like this. I mean, you'd kill me if you ever found out. Literally. So I have to be extra careful. Do know that I undertake this endeavor with the most seriousness. I would not do it if I hadn't thought out every detail, every pro and con. I made a 36-page list about it and I came to the irreversible conclusion that this must be done. I've been having the dreams and urges for 2.5 solid months, and I think this is the only way to make them stop. If I decide to kill in a controlled environment, then I can avoid doing something stupid. I mean, I almost killed Rarity that one day, and another day when Derpy came along, I almost killed her too. No, I have to be more careful than that. I have planned this out down to the last detail. Nothing can go wrong. I'm sure of it. I've planned for everything. Once again, I'm so sorry. I know you see all ponies as like your children, so what I'm about to do would be akin to murdering one of your children, but it must be done. If not for my thirst for knowledge, then so my dreams can finally stop and I can go back to living life. Spike is getting worried about me. Your faithful student, Twilight Sparkle.
Letter 8.
This is a recording of a murder committed by Twilight Sparkle.
Hello, this is Twilight Sparkle. I'm recording this in the basement of the Golden Oaks Library on April 10th of the year 2000.
So it's kind of like Forever Faithful, but Twilight is kind of regretting what she's doing. Whereas in Forever Faithful, she didn't regret what she was doing at all.
With a light blue coat and a dark green name. She has a simple camera as her speed marker. The subject appears to be somewhere between the ages of
I was gonna say, is that Lyra? But apparently not.
Where am I? What's going on? Why am I strapped down like this? Who are you? What are you doing? And I thought I was the inquisitive one. Please, let me go. Whatever I did to you, I'm really sorry. Oh,
like she said,
It looks like
for science.
subject? No, I don't understand. What do you mean, subject?
Oh, that's right. You wouldn't know, would you? Well, to put it simply, I'm doing an experiment of what it's like to kill somebody, and you are my test subject. Does that answer your question?
Is this some kind of joke or something?
No, I'm afraid not.
Look, you don't have to do this. You can just let me go and we can forget all about this. I can go back to my life and you can go back to yours and we'll just part ways.
She would, but she can't.
Yes,
There's no turning back.
do that. However, I don't want to. I have to know what it's like to kill another pony. I'll go nuts if I don't.
You're already going nuts.
Don't be sad. I promise you that it won't take too long. Are you a bad pony?
A bad pony? No, I didn't do anything to deserve this.
Well, that's good, isn't it? Your soul will go to paradise, and I will have my answers. We both win. But I'm afraid that we have to get started now.
Please don't do this. No!
She's gonna do it for science.
I decided to begin by making an incision in the middle of subject one's left foreleg. There are no major blood vessels there, so I can get a basic understanding of subject one's tolerance for pain.
Please don't do this. I'll do anything to.
All I can say is for your first narration, Emogak, you did a really great job.
As the cut in your foreleg is only a millimeter or so deep. However, it seems might be more terror than pain. I'm not quite sure one way or the other. How am I feeling though? Well, I don't really feel bad about it. My ears kind of hurt from the yelling, but he seems to be calming down a bit now. I'm not quite getting the rush I expected when I first planned this out, but and again, we haven't really gotten to the detailed part quite yet.
I'm expecting Twilight to start laughing psychotically at any moment.
Please, let me go. I'll do whatever you want to do. Just let me go.
I'm sorry, but I can't do that. I mean, you turned me in right away and get me in big trouble, so frankly, I have better odds of getting away with this without incident if I just keep you here. I'm sorry, but I just can't stop now.
She's doing it for science.
I'm going to continue with the
That's her only motivation in these stories.
The blood should flow more freely, and it will be a good starting point if I want to examine her insides at a later juncture. Well, that's a lot more blood than I thought would come out. I think I must have cut a little too deep. Oh, she's bleeding all over the floor. I should have planned for the rest. Maybe I. Wow, that's a lot of blood. Oh, Celestial, what am I doing? No, I have to keep going with this. If I quit now, I'll just get in trouble, and that'll be the end of my advanced studies. Okay, Twilight. So, you just gotta focus on that.
Hey, let me go. I want to go home. I want to go home. My baby sister's gonna miss me if I'm not home. And Simon's over in the bed. I need to tuck my sister in the bed. She's gonna.
Time of death is subject one, hidden 56. I decided to end it quickly because I realized that I started to see what it was like to kill a pony, not torture one. I don't know why. I didn't just do that to begin with. I didn't need to make those first two cuts. I could have just stabbed her in the heart from the beginning and gotten the same result. Aside from that, how am I feeling? Well,
Wait, what? No!
Dear Princess Celestia, I wrapped subject 1 in a tarp and buried her behind the library.
And?
Dear Princess Celestia,
Oh.
it has been 1 week since the death of subject 1, and I think I've just about gotten over the shock of what I've done. I expected that once the shock wore off, that I'd feel something, anything, but I don't. In fact, I don't even feel worse. The empty feeling that I got directly after the kill is gone. I just feel like Twilight Sparkle. Does that mean I'm going to kill again? No. I don't think that I will. This was enough. You're murderer of a student. Twilight Sparkle.
Nah. Once you start doing it, there's no stopping.
Dear Princess Celestia, I think I'm gonna start writing these letters now. I mean, what else is there to say? I killed subject 1. I don't feel bad about it, and thus I've answered all my questions. I suppose I just have to move on to the next subject now.
Nah.
My faithful student, Twilight Sparkle. Dear Princess Celestia, okay, I know that I said I was done with these letters, but I think I may have a huge problem on my hooves. I think Fluttershy knows what I've done. How do I know? Well, I don't really. To make a long story short, her, Rarity, and myself were at the spa again. I am happy to state that I didn't have an urge to kill Rarity this time. When Fluttershy shot this look at me. I've never seen a look like that on Fluttershy's face before, but I just couldn't help but shake the feeling that it said, I know what you've done, you monster. It was this kind of sad glare that hit me right where I live. Maybe I imagined it, but I have to keep an eye on Fluttershy. If she truly does know what I did, and maybe she told other ponies about it, and if other ponies know, then well, I'm finished, aren't I?
You're already finished.
Twilight Sparkle. Dear Princess Celestia, well, I decided to talk to Fluttershy today. Or rather, I decided to have tea with her to see what she knows. It was a simple little get-together, like we've done a million times now. Only this time, I went to see if she truly does know what I've done. My conclusion? Well, I don't have one. She didn't really say anything that indicated she knows one way or the other. She mostly just talked about how her animal friends are doing. Even when I tried to steer the conversation to what she thought about me. I asked her that, what she thought about me as a pony, and she assured me that I'm a wonderful pony whom she is honored to call her friend. However, I noticed that look again. Am I imagining it? I don't know, but if she does know, she's hiding it. I don't know how she could have figured it out. Your faithful student, Twilight Sparkle. Dear Princess Celestia, what have I done? I killed her! I killed another pony and took some right to discover what it was like! My curiosity is so justification for the ultimate act of evil I committed! She had a baby sister who was doubtlessly confused and hurt that her sister just disappeared like she did. I can only imagine what she would feel like if she ever found out that I killed her sister. I played creator and I took away life without any reason to do so. I would turn myself in now, but I'm scared. Because I'm really, really scared. I think I'm going to go to TARDIS for what I've done. I didn't mean to. The water damage to the rest of the letter was too severe. Salvaging the remains was impossible. Dear Princess Celestia, sorry for freaking out like that with my last letter. I cried all over it. Can you believe that? I have to learn to control my emotions better if I'm going to continue to live life as if I hadn't done it at all. I'm starting to doubt that Fluttershy knows. I mean, surely she would have confronted me with this by now, or at the very least turned me in. Then again, Fluttershy doesn't like conflict. If I simply came out and told Fluttershy what I had done, then she probably wouldn't cause a big ruckus about it. But then again, She would probably ignore me and do her best to stay away from me if she did know. Until I know for sure, I can only live my life as normally as possible. Spike doesn't seem to know, so that makes things simpler. Your faithful student, Twilight Sparkle. Dear Princess Celestia, am I going mad?
Yes.
I thought I got away with it, but did some ponies see me bury Subject 1 behind the library? At first, I thought that Fluttershy was the only one who could possibly know, but I was at Sugar Cube Corner today and Mrs. Cake gave me that same look. It didn't stop with her, though. I kept getting that same disappointed glare from half the ponies in town today. If all of them know, then why haven't they gone screaming to the police yet? It doesn't make sense that
I'm pretty much
mad because of
mimicking the glare of what I think it
I
was
can't think
like.
of any other reason for why they keep looking at me like that. I'm either going mad or they know. Your faithful student, Twilight Sparkle.
And yes, you are going mad.
Dear Princess Celestia, I feel sick. I haven't eaten in a few days and sleep has been even rarer. Every time I close my eyes, I see the face of Subject 1 staring at me, needing me not to kill her. I'm beginning to wish that I could take it all back, that I could resurrect Subject 1 so she can go home with me with her sister. I can't bring her back. I can't erase what I've done.
Like I said, there's no going back once you go down that dark path.
I need to know what memory they were going to erase, or at the very least, why. Don't give me away. I can't risk any pony finding out. I imagine even a Rainbow Dash would turn me in if she ever found out what I've done. Your faithful student, Twilight Sparkle. Dear Princess Celestia, they know! They all know! I went outside today and I got a glare from every pony, and I mean every pony! They all stopped and glared at me, silently judging me for what I did. I wanted to scream at them to stop. I wanted to cry out that I was sorry, and that they shouldn't blame me for what I did. I didn't mean to. Mean to.
You didn't feel sorry
It's
when you
my
killed
fault.
Subject
I haven't
1.
been outside since. Every time I peek outside, there's always some pony who glares at me. I'm getting to see glares in my sleep, if that makes any sense at all. I can feel the piercing gazes following me wherever I go, silently telling me what I already know. I'm evil, plain and simple. I took the life of another pony. There is no higher crime in our land. It's only a matter of time before one of them snaps and turns me in. I can only ask that you don't think too low of me as you watch the hangmare's noose tighten around my neck. Your student, Twilight. Dear Princess Celestia, have you ever wondered what it's like to kill two? I know this sounds crazy.
It is.
I kind of want to do it again. I almost feel that it is in my best interests if I kill another pony, because if the town does know, that means that they'll find out if I do it again. This kill could be a message to all of them that I'll kill them if they interfere. Their glares have not gone away, and I think this may be the only way to stop them. Even Spike knows now. Should he be the one I kill? If I tell them all that I'm willing to kill the closest to me, to keep every pony quiet, then they'll keep quiet. Will they turn me in instead? I don't know what to do, but the urge to kill is once again rising inside me. But the judging glares are mixed with parasitic urges to kill again. Your faithful student.
Still waiting for you to laugh psychotically.
Dear Princess Celestia, what a relief. No pony knew about what I had done. The bad news? They all do now. How do they know? Well, I checked Rainbow Dash. I found out that no pony knew when my friends came to see how I was doing. Applejack said something about how I didn't look too good, an understatement if my reflection is any indication, and how they are all worried about me because I haven't been outside the library for 3 weeks now, and I've been refusing to talk to any of them about it. If they tell me stuff like that, then they certainly don't know about what I've done. I was so relieved that I attacked Rainbow Dash. I suppose that with the nervousness of the Claire's gone, that my urge to kill skyrocketed now that I believed I could get away with it whenever I wanted. I was right. The look of betrayal on her face was something to behold. Applejack bucked me off for the second that she realized what was going on. I had quite the bruise from that. She began yelling something at me about how I betrayed Rainbow's trust by going at her with a knife and that she might turn me in and have me arrested. In a moment of weakness, I told them all. I don't know why, but I just snapped. I just said it right there. I killed her. The others didn't believe me at first. Said that I was sick and that I needed to lie down. Fluttershy even said she would bring me some carrot soup and that would make me feel better. I can't feel better though. And I never can again. Not only did I tell them what I did, but I showed them as well. I dug up subject one and presented it to them, like a Billy would present a science project to her teacher. None of them really knew what to think at first. They all just stared silently at the mostly decomposed corpse of subject one. Even with the amount of decay, it was still obvious that something had stabbed her. Pinky was the first to leave. She didn't say a word. She just walked away. I don't know where she went or what she did, but she just left. Rarity and Fluttershy left me after that. Rarity was silent. Fluttershy was open, crying. I wanted to comfort her, to tell her that this was just a moment of weakness and I was not a monster. But I am a monster, and this is my reward for that. I think what hurt the most was being confused. I didn't know that there was so much pain. Jack and Rainbow Dash both hit me before they ran. I can only assume that they're going to turn me in. I expect the police heading in the room. Princess, even though I'm never going to send these letters, I see this one as a final friendship report. I learned that if you commit a heinous enough crime, that your friends will leave you. You'll hurt them, but they won't stand by you. It's only what I deserve. For the last time, your faithful student, Twilight Sparkle.
Nope, not the last time.
Princess Celestia put down the final letter, just
Oh.
as the sun reached out to her, telling her that it was time for her to go to sleep for the night. Celestia gently put the letter down and looked out the window, hoping that the images before her were merely a nightmare, and she would wake up to discover that this horrible reality was not just that. However, she knew that she would remember the image of the two grounds ponies putting the final nail in the small coffin, right underneath the gallows that had not been used in decades until today. Celestia heard the door open behind her, and in a few moments, she saw her sister was beside her. Luna nuzzled her sister, hoping to comfort her in one of the worst hours of her life. Luna looked up at her older sister. She was always so regal, so collected, even in the darkest hours. However, the look of utter helplessness in her sister's eyes was unmistakable.
Ah, that's it. Ah. So that was Downfall by Brony Rider, and honestly, it's good. It's good, but I think it's good, but it's really good. Don't get me wrong, but I think Forever Faithful did the concept better. I mean, it's I mean, yes, like I said, this is very much like Forever Faithful, but the only thing that made Forever Faithful scary was that Twilight didn't regret a single thing that she did. Here, she does regret what she does, and I do feel sympathy for her, but really, that's not really what I was expecting. As I was reading this, I thought I thought this was gonna be Twilight's version of Rocket to Insanity, because that's what it is. But I'm actually kind of glad. Even though I was expecting Twilight to laugh psychotically at any moment, because because well, that's how most of these stories go. That's literally how most of these kind of stories go. Main character of the story has a nightmare. Refuses to tell anyone that he or she is having said nightmare, kills someone, and then goes insane. Say remember Stanley Kubrick, and we're done. But this one, it actually took a different turn. The only thing is that Twilight knew that she was going insane, and she did, and throughout the whole thing, she didn't even, and throughout the whole thing, she didn't even even write anything psychotic or say anything psychotic, not even once. Or we can assume that she acted that way off screen when she didn't write letters, but I say it's a pretty nice change of pace for a formula that's gotten pretty stale. And but honestly, the reason why why I say Forever Faithful is much more better is because well, it's not real. Is because in Forever Faithful, Twilight didn't regret a single thing that she did, which made it all the more scary. Here, Twilight does regret what she does, and it's not as scary. I'm not saying that's bad. I'm just not really. I think I'll have to think about it if this is better than Forever Faithful or not. But the only reason I don't really, however, my real flaw with this is that Twilight's kind of being motivated to do this by the same exact thing she's been doing that she does in these grimdark stories. She's doing it just for science, or to make happy to Princess Celestia. That's pretty much what most of Twilight's grimdark stories come down to. She's only doing it just to make happy to Princess Celestia. Yeah. And I'm surprised that this came from the same guy that wrote another Twilight fanfiction that made Twilight go insane, and not just because she wants to make happy to Princess Celestia. So in my opinion, I spoke to Miss Smarty Pants today, or as I'm probably gonna call it, a haunting nightmare alternate ending, or the alternate version of a haunting. I forgot what I was saying. God dang it, I forgot what I was saying. I was doing so well. But yeah, in my opinion, even though I forgot what I was going to say, I still like I spoke to Miss Smarty Pants today because it didn't rely on the motivation that Twilight is doing this just to make happy to Princess Celestia, which makes it very unique. This one, it's good, but I'm kind of tired of I'm kind of tired of this being her motivation. I'm not really tired of it yet. I'm just expecting something new. So hopefully, if you're gonna write to any bronies that want to write a Twilight Grimdark fanfiction, then please please, I'm not saying you should, but please make her motivation other than just to make happy to Princess Celestia. That would actually make the fanfiction stand out from other grimdark fanfictions out there. So overall, it's good, but it's good. It really is good. But the motivation, it's something we've already seen before. So maybe it's because I was expecting too much from this, or maybe it's because I came fresh off of another. I'm coming fresh off of another Twilight fanfiction that I read before I checked out Awoken. But it's good. All I can say for this one is it's good, but no motivation. We've seen it before. So yeah, this has been Eccentric Emolga and Downfall by Brony Rider. Stay smiling, party on, and peace! Also, I forgot to mention, Emogak, for your first video, like I said, good job!